Okay, so this is a recording of the Build a Bohr activity that hopefully most of you are going to get a chance to do in class, because let's be honest, it's a lot more fun working with manipulatives with your actual hands than watching a video of them. However, if you can't be in class, this gives you a recording to see how this activity goes. So here in the middle, I've got my Bohr model. So it's a plastic, it's actually a container so I can store things inside. We can use either side of it. It's exactly the same, just black with white rings versus white with black rings. Because I'm working on a black tabletop, I'm going to use the white with black rings just so it stands out a little bit better. And then I've got some pieces. I've got these little pieces that they look like they either have X's or pluses. Those are my protons, so they're actually pluses. And I've got some little blank white pieces that are my neutrons because they have no charge. And then I've got these black ones that look like they either have a 1 or a minus. And if we go with the same idea as our protons, these are minuses and they're representing our electrons. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to build an atom. So I am going to build oxygen 16. Okay, so oxygen 16, oxygen has 8 protons, so I'm going to take 8 of my little plus guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They belong in the nucleus, so we're going to put them in the middle. It's 16, so I have 8 protons, which means I need 8 neutrons to get to 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, lots of little pieces in the middle. And then oxygen as its neutral, so our original atom is a neutral atom. Okay, and so if it has 8 protons, it's going to have 8 electrons. And we know that 2 electrons go in the first energy level. And then we get 6 more electrons. They're going to go in the second energy level. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and they pair up, but they go in individually first because like charges repel, so negative things don't want to be next to other negative things. However, they will agree to partner up if they need to. So my first energy level only gets 2. That leaves me with 6 more. Those go in my 6th energy level. Okay, so that's my original atom. So you'll want to fill out the table with all the different symbols, with the different amounts, sketch in your drawing on the Bohr model that's given on your paper. Now, the change says to add 2 electrons. Okay, so I've got 2 more electrons. I still have space in my second energy level because my second energy level can hold up to 8. So I'm going to go ahead and put those last ones in my second energy level. So there are my 2 additional electrons. So you're going to sketch this in as your changed atom. You're going to decide if this is a new element, an isotope, or an ion. So circle whatever applies. And then you're going to fill out the chart for the changed atoms. You're going to fill out the numbers, the symbols, figure out your numbers for everything. And so that is atom A. Okay, so now we're going to look at atom B. For atom B, I'm going to go with element B, so boron. Boron is number 5 on the periodic table, so boron's going to get 5 protons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I am going to build boron 11. So if I have 5 protons, that means I need 6 neutrons to get to 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All of those guys go in the nucleus because that's where our protons and our neutrons go. Okay, starting neutral. So if boron has 5 protons, it needs 5 electrons to make that neutral. So there's 1, 2. Remember, 2 go in the first energy level. And then 3, 4, 5 go in my second energy level. Okay. So I've built my original atom, so you're going to fill out the chart. You're going to sketch in the drawing for the original atom. Our change says to remove 1 neutron, so I'm going to pop 1 neutron out. And so this is now your changed atom. So go ahead and sketch in your changed atom. I want you to think about this and decide if this is a new element, an isotope, or an ion compared to our original. And then you're going to fill out the chart for your for this new model as well. So the symbols, the numbers for all of the different components. So remember, we started with 5 protons, 6 neutrons, 5 electrons. We removed 1 neutron, and here's our changed atom for atom B. Okay, this is for atom C. Now this time I'm not going to tell you what I'm building. I'm just going to show you with the model, so you're going to have to figure it out, okay? So we're going to start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 protons. And we're going to start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 neutrons. So I've got 7 protons, 8 neutrons. So you'll want to figure out what element that is. I'm still going to keep it neutral, so I've got 7 protons, so I'm going to put in 7 electrons. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Still 2 in my first energy level, the remaining 5 in my second energy level. Okay, so this is your original atom, so you'll want to fill out the table, count your protons, neutrons, electrons, figure out the mass number, the atomic number, all the symbols, sketch in your original atom drawing into your Bohr model. And then the change for this one is to remove 2 protons. So I'm going to pop out 2 of these protons, and that is what I'm left with. Okay, so that's my changed atom. So you need to decide, is this a new element, isotope, or ion? Could be more than one. Okay, so circle whichever ones you think apply. And then you're going to fill out the chart for the changed atom. So again, you'll want to count up your protons, neutrons, electrons, determine your mass number, your atomic number, and the appropriate symbols. So this is for atom C. So this is your changed atom for atom C. So atom D gives me a little bit more information. So it tells me my atomic number is 12. That means I need 12 protons because the atomic number is the number of protons. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's a lot of protons in that nucleus. And then it tells me 11 neutrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They have a hard time fitting in there. Okay, they're not going to go in there super flat. That's okay. We're going to pretend that they're all in there. Make sure they're all going the right way so that you can tell whether they're protons or neutrons. Okay, and then it tells me 10 electrons. So I'm going to put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so you will want to fill out the rest of the table, and you will want to sketch in your original atom. Then my change says to add 2 electrons. Okay, now when I add 2 electrons, my second energy level is full. So your first energy level can hold 2, your second energy level can hold 8. So that means my 2 new electrons have to go in the next energy level. So they're going to go up in energy level 3. Okay, so I add 2 electrons, and then I'm going to add 1 more neutron to my already quite full nucleus. Okay, so there's your change. So sketch in the atom. Decide if this makes a new element, isotope, or ion. Remember, it can be more than one. So if it's more than one, go ahead and circle it. And then you'll want to fill out the chart for this changed atom. So you'll want to count your protons, neutrons, electrons, determine your mass number, atomic number, and then fill out the symbols for this one. Atom E also gives me some more information. So in this case, it tells me my protons, my electrons, and my mass number. So let's start with protons. It says I have 7 protons. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so then it tells me my mass number is 15. So that means my nucleus needs to be 15 total. So I've already got 7, so I'm going to add neutrons until I get to 15. So there's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so now I have a mass number of 15. I've got my 7 protons. Count up your neutrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 neutrons. And then it tells me I need 8 electrons. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there are my 8 electrons. And then to change it, it says changes, remove 1 electron. So I'm not going to remove from the middle, I remove from the outside. So I'm going to take one of these outside ones and I'm going to take one of these paired up ones. So there's my remove 1 electron. I'm going to add a proton. So there's my 1 more proton and a neutron. So I'm going to add 1 more neutron as well. Okay, so here is my changed atom for atom E. So you'll want to sketch in your changed atom, decide if this is a new element, isotope, or ion, and go ahead and fill out the chart. So count your protons, neutrons, electrons, determine your mass number, atomic number, and the symbols for the changed atom E. Okay, atom F, last one. So this one gives me some information as well. Wow, I'm going to have lots of particles in my nucleus. So I've got 15 protons. So we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It's not very pretty, but that's okay. And then 17 neutrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, you'll just have to trust me that they're all there because they're not going to look pretty and they're just in a giant pile. Okay, so we've got 15 protons, 17 neutrons in the nucleus. Now to put in our electrons, we're going to do 15. So 2 can go in the first energy level. So there's 1, 2. And then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so my second energy level is full. My first energy level is full. I'm at 10. So I've got 5 more. My 5 more are going to go on my next energy level. So I'm at 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so here's my original atom. So I've got 15 protons, 17 neutrons, 15 electrons. Sketch in the original atom. Fill out the rest of the chart. Okay, changes, remove 1 proton. Remove 1 electron. So I'm going to remove 1 from my outside. So I'm going to pop out that paired 1. And then 2 neutrons. So I'm going to take out 2 of my neutrons. Okay, so let's start with the easy ones. Let's count and see what we've had. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 electrons. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 protons. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 neutrons. I could have done that just by subtracting from what I originally had, but there you have it. I made it more difficult. I actually counted all the pieces. So there we are. That's our changed atom. So you'll want to sketch that in, determine if this is compared to our original atom, an element, isotope, or an ion. And then you'll want to fill out the chart, count your protons, neutrons, electrons, determine your mass number, your atomic number, and the symbols. And that is the end of the Build a Bohr activity.